Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I have to tell you, this story surrounding the Steelers and their recent developments at the wide receiver position is nothing short of fascinating. The Steelers, a team with a rich history, a loyal fan base, and a reputation for building tough, disciplined teams under the leadership of Mike Tomlin, are once again at a crossroads. As the 2025 NFL season approaches, there's a lot of buzz about what the roster will look like, especially at the wide receiver spot. And recent moves and rumors are making fans sit up and pay attention because they might just be signaling a new chapter for this team. The Steelers, of course, are coming off a season where they showed flashes of brilliance, but also faced some challenges. With Aaron Rodgers now at the quarterback position, expectations are sky high. He's a future Hall of Famer, a guy who can elevate the play of anyone around him. But even with Rodgers, you can't just rely on one player to carry the entire offensive burden, especially in today's NFL, where the passing game has become more explosive and dynamic than ever before. That's why the Steelers have been so proactive in trying to bolster their receiving core. They've made some moves, like trading George Pickens, who is a promising young star, and bringing in DK Metcalf, a proven deep threat and physical receiver. But beyond Metcalf, the room still looks somewhat thin, especially when you consider the importance of having reliable, consistent targets. And here's where Tyler Boyd enters the picture. Boy, I tell you, this guy is the kind of player every team dreams of having. He's a true professional, a reliable slot receiver, with a proven track record of making clutch plays and fitting into different offensive schemes seamlessly. Even at age 30, Boyd remains a highly productive player, and while his stats last year may have dipped a bit, his overall game hasn't lost its sharpness. He's a guy who can run precise routes, create separation, and make tough catches in traffic. For the Steelers, who need consistency and veteran leadership at the receiver position, Tyler Boyd would be an ideal addition, not only because of his skills, but also because of his connection to the city and the team. You see, Boyd grew up in Clairton, a small town just outside Pittsburgh, and he's a Pitt alumnus. That means he's a local legend. He's been through the grind of high school football at Clairton High, a school famous for producing NFL talent, and then carried that success into college at the University of Pittsburgh. Boyd's roots run deep in the Steelers community. He's the kind of player who understands the culture, the expectations, and the pride that comes with wearing the black and gold. When he was asked about the possibility of returning home to play for the Steelers during a youth football camp in his hometown, he didn't hold back. He said he'd be absolutely open to it, mainly because all my family is here, the majority of them could support me. That kind of hometown connection is rare in today's NFL, and it adds a layer of emotional motivation that could push Boyd to give his best every week. Boyd's relationship with Mike Tomlin is also worth noting. Over the years, they've built a mutual respect and friendship. Boyd has spoken highly of Tomlin, recalling their interactions with warmth and admiration. That kind of rapport means that if the Steelers do decide to pursue him, the fit wouldn't just be on the field but also off it, culturally and emotionally. For Boyd, playing in Pittsburgh isn't just about the paycheck. It's about coming home, contributing to the community, and wearing the city's proud tradition on his sleeve. That's what makes this potential signing so intriguing. The Steelers are always about building a team that reflects their identity, hard-nosed, disciplined, and resilient, and Boyd embodies those qualities. But as much as the story seems to favor a reunion and an ideal fit, there are still some hurdles. You see, in the NFL, roster moves are never just about talent. They're also about money, salary cap implications, and team chemistry. There's been some chatter within the Steelers camp, and reports suggest that not everyone is completely on board with adding Boyd. Some players, possibly influenced by past comments Boyd made about the team, might have reservations. It's not uncommon in locker rooms for veteran players to be cautious about newcomers, especially ones with a history of speaking their mind. That's part of the game, And it's something the Steelers, front office and coaching staff will need to navigate carefully if they want to make this move happen. Now, about the strategic fit. Boyd isn't just a hometown hero. He's a versatile receiver who excels in the slot. In today's NFL, the slot position is arguably more important than ever, especially with defenses constantly shifting and trying to match up with multiple receiving threats. Boyd's ability to run precise routes and find soft spots in zone coverage makes him an asset, especially when paired with a big-bodied receiver like DK Metcalf stretching the field. The chemistry he could develop with Rodgers would be vital, given Rodgers' ability to extend plays and find open receivers in tight windows. His experience, especially in high-pressure situations, would be invaluable in a team that's aiming for a deep playoff run and hopefully another shot at the Super Bowl. Looking at the bigger picture, the Steelers' offense has been evolving. They've always had a strong running game and a stout defense, a hallmark of their identity. But in recent years, the passing game has needed a boost, especially in clutch moments. Adding a veteran like Boyd would not only provide reliability, but could also serve as a mentor for the younger receivers, such as Calvin Austin III and Roman Wilson, who are still developing their game. The leadership and professionalism Boyd brings could be the missing piece that helps unlock the full potential of this offense. From a statistical perspective, Boyd's numbers may not jump off the page compared to younger, more explosive receivers, but that's part of his value. He's a pro's pro, consistent, dependable, and someone who can be counted on to make key plays. Last season, his stats might have dipped, but his route running, football IQ, and ability to create separation in crucial moments remain intact. The Steelers could see him as a perfect complementary piece, someone who can slide into the slot and make an immediate impact, freeing up Metcalf and others for their deep routes. The team's offensive coordinator would love having that kind of versatility and reliability at his disposal. Now, the question is, will this move actually come to fruition? The NFL is all about negotiations, and sometimes the stars align, and sometimes they don't. The fact that Boyd has expressed interest in returning to Pittsburgh, and that the team has shown some level of interest, suggests that a deal isn't out of the realm of possibility. But as I mentioned earlier, the financial aspect will be critical. Boyd's contract demands, salary cap space, and the Steelers' overall roster strategy will play significant roles in whether this reunion happens or not. What makes this situation even more interesting is the timing. The Steelers are in a window where they can still contend for a Super Bowl, especially with Rodgers leading the offense. Adding a player like Boyd could be the piece that pushes them over the edge. It's a move that makes sense on paper, considering the emotional and strategic fit, but it also requires careful handling of locker room dynamics and financial negotiations. In the end, fans should keep an eye on this story because it's not just about a potential player signing, it's about the identity and future of this Steelers team. They have the talent, the coaching staff, and the tradition to make a deep playoff run, but small additions like Boyd could be the difference between an early exit and a championship push. The excitement is palpable, and as we get closer to the season, these moves and rumors will only intensify. And speaking of the season, the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Bengals, Ravens, and Browns are all loaded with talent and hungry for success. The Steelers need every edge they can get, and adding a veteran receiver like Boyd might just give them that extra push. It's a move that could inspire confidence in the locker room and energize the fan base, who have always believed in their team's resilience and fighting spirit. So, as we await further news and official announcements, remember that the Steelers are never standing still. They're always looking for ways to improve, to adapt, and to chase greatness. Whether Boyd becomes a Steelers, whether this rumor turns into reality, one thing is for sure, this team is on the rise, and the 2025 season could be one for the history books. The passion, the pride, and the relentless pursuit of excellence, that's what being a Steelers fan is all about. And I can't wait to see how this story unfolds in the coming days and weeks. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Tyler Boyd potentially coming back home and joining this team? Do you think he's the missing piece that can help them finally get back to the Super Bowl? Or do you have other concerns about the roster or the direction the team is heading? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, this is a team built on community, on loyalty, and on relentless ambition. And I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. This is a team that never quits, never backs down, and always finds a way to keep us on the edge of our seats. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, let's go Steelers.